what I'm saying?
Extra powder sugar.
Couple little more gray poupon up in there.
Take that boy down to New Orleans, give him some.
Yeah.
French
No, listen,
cuisine.
but not too much because Zion's like, I can show you the way. I go, no, Zion, no. We'll find another tour guide. Easy does it. Easy.
Chill out on that, buddy.
Listen, welcome everybody to the show. Like I said, this the podcast of the Immortals, man. This the fellas in the building. We here. Listen, ain't much going on in wrestling, though. Everybody act like there's always something going on. That's why they always digging and fishing for stuff and searching for stuff. But I don't mean we ain't gonna have no damn show.
I mean, AEW's got stuff coming.
What we gonna put into the ether that they gonna run with this week? That's the question.
We don't even AEW can't even save this show because their shit's like next week, ain't it?
Oh my God, is it?
Yeah, next week.
The AEW fan on the podcast don't even know.
Oh, is how you doing him, Dad?
Man,
nasty work.
Look,
that is nasty work. If you don't even know, that's nasty work.
I'm pretty sure it is the last weekend in August, though. That's why I was like, "Are you sure?" I don't think next week.
Yeah, no, it's weird. It's weird, but I believe it is.
That's why I'm like, if it is the last weekend, then yes, I'm with it. But it just depends on if it's the last weekend. It's a weirdly day month, I guess. I don't know.
Yo, what up, Kim? Yeah, like I said,
we always up to tune. I ain't just man. I'm
not jazzed. I'm not jazzed about the card.
No. Not compared to what
hitting a little bit different without old filibuster. It's hitting a little different without old filibuster.
Not only that, it's the whole you gave away MJF and Ospreay already, and now we have Ospreay chasing MJF. You was right. You got Ospreay chasing MJF on the independent scene.
DP, what did I say? I go, when you give them everything, what is left? What is left? What up, Charlene? What's left, fam? Like I told you, the only way you follow up an hour match on a TV show for free is they wrestling on the moon. They jumping around like Neil Armstrong, planting flags, literally on the moon, going pillar to post, slow motion, bouncing around, doing the, you know what I mean? The Watusi.
Right.
What they gonna do, Evan? It's in England. Doesn't the venue matter? If it's Scorpion versus Sub-Zero and we're either in the pit or we're in Outworld, who gives a shit? It's still Scorpion and Sub-Zero.
And then they screwed up them main eventing All In. I don't see that happening. It's going to be Swerve versus Danielson.
There's not a doubt about it. There's not a doubt about it.
I knew once they did that, they weren't main event. I know what you saw. You thought they would see past. Well, let's not just give it away and totally take away from the card that we're trying to build with supposedly our biggest show of the year. Now it's like it's kind of thrown together. You got Mercedes Moné out there cosplaying as Stacey Dash on Clueless.
Whoa!
No offense. It just seems like that's what she's doing. She's asking people out there touching grass. You know, she wearing.
It's accurate. It's accurate though.
She's wearing light blue contacts now. It's like a completely different character. It's like she stepped outside of herself. She's this valley girl. She's doing this. She's doing that. That's apparently the character she's trying to portray. Am I wrong, Ev?
Did you hear me say you was wrong? I just said,
and that's with all due respect towards Mrs. Monet, or excuse me, Miss Monet. She just filed for divorce. You know, let's be careful. Gotta be careful. I'm not trying. Hey, we keep it 100 on this show. The thing about it is, you got to figure out what you want Mercedes Moné to be. Do you want her to be a heel? Do you want her to be a baby face? Or Mercedes, do you want to say that you're not getting the roles and the things that you want, that WWE held you back because you were black, but now you're in AEW, you're cosplaying as somebody that isn't as black as somebody else is on Clueless? I mean, is that not true?
This is some strong stuff. I didn't anticipate this. This was unplanned. This is why I think we got the best show in the world. because I never know what you're gonna say.
It's just what I'm saying.
That's why you're on the show. I want you to tell me what you observe. I don't want you to regurgitate other people's takes or hide behind stuff. I like you saying what's on your mind. I'm letting you go. Is this the opera? Because I'm good either way.
No. Oh,
okay.
No. We got something else.
This is a preemptive strike.
This is just a little bit of improv. She needs to figure it out because apparently some of our worst fears are coming true. It doesn't seem like they know what they want to do with that character. And I told you from jump, they fucked up by not putting her in the women's championship scene. Immediately. And now we have her doing what she's doing. CEO,
You can only slow burn. You can only slow burn somebody like that. You can only slow burn something like that with like a WWE roster. I know like the propaganda's out there, the AEW women's division is better than WWE's, but I'm gonna need everyone to lay off the crack pipe and stop. Like seriously, we have to stop that shit. That WWE women's division is on another level. So like you can only slow burn something with a lesser title if there's people lying in the weeds. If there's a Kyrie lying in the weeds, an EO lying in the weeds, I can, you know what I mean? That's when you can mess around at the lower levels because like a Liv Morgan, like if I start naming all the people that she could probably have faced with a lower title, then you can kind of hide her a little bit and have her face these different ladies. But with all due respect, if you give a TBS title and then you have her have a main match, a match with somebody, and then 5 minutes later she signed with WWE. Whoopsie daisy.
Hey, listen, we've said this more than once. Like, the best part of when someone hits AEW is their first time they're on TV or the first time they're on a pay-per-view.
Should not be the case, Chef. That should never be the case.
It's like I'm at the slopes on the inner tube going downhill. And no matter what, it's just inevitable that it's just going to decrease in popularity and the amount of eyeballs. And I guess I also didn't realize that your girl ain't that strong on the microphone. And it's a little whack. I knew she was, bell to bell, she can wrestle,
You can never take away NXT Brooklyn. You can never take it away.
Correct.
From her.
So maybe it's just the fact that she had such great partners.
That matters.
Right? Because now, she's checking off boxes. So before she left the East, she got to be in Star Wars and she got, she's a character and there's a toy for it and this and that. And, she's checking off boxes. She got the bag. Cool. You went to go wrestle in Japan. Cool. You won a title over there. You've traveled now. You've been able to do what you want to do. You've been able to have, I don't even want to call it a pay-per-view, but when she went back to Boston, when she premiered, they had it, captioned as her big return, and you could tell that it was her return because they had the money signs in it and all the hoopla. But after that, what do I always say, Evan? Then what?
It's always, to me, it's always the then what or the and what and what's next. It's always that. And if it's not, what do you mean? I go, you're making episodic television. You're making weekly television. Think about it. Soap operas are on 5 times a week. They always have to give you the then what. Always. So what wrestling has to do when you have a show on Wednesday, you have a show on Friday, you have a show on Saturday, you have pay-per-views or premium live events, whatever vernacular verbiage you want to use, you have to give content that's consistent content. The then what does matter. You can't always keep saying that storyline doesn't matter because it's somebody is criticizing something that you really love. Storylines matters when you're in the industry that tells stories. I know wrestling marks don't want to hear this, but wrestling is theater. It's opera. It's soap opera. It's acting. That's what it is. It's because so if I'm wrong, then why don't people think of wrestling like football? Because you know why? It's not. It ain't a game. It ain't soap opera. It ain't episodic. Someone's trying to peel the curb and take your head off when they go past the line of scrimmage. That's why football is so compelling. So what makes wrestling so compelling? The stories, the characters, the arcs, the movements. Mm-hmm. That's what makes it matter.
Your girl Toni Storm.
Compelling, no matter what. Oh, she's a da-da-da-da-da. I go, it doesn't matter. She did something that changed the game. Ain't nobody and their mama thought that Toni Storm was a top 5 talent in the world. Nobody. Maybe her and her mama. She made us care. She made us believe she was a top talent, and she is. There are very few people on earth, male or female, better than Toni Storm, period. Because she's telling a story. That Mariah May, she made that happen. She made that happen. That's going to be one of the best matches on the card by far.
So if we're on this Mercedes subject, is it just that she's not doing, I mean, because she was always a babyface, so maybe is a heel thing not cut out for her?
She did really well at NXT as a heel, though. She did really well.
I agree. What happened?
She played the heel. She played the heel Real World versus.
I believe production, man.
Well.
I do believe production and in how you present matters. That's way above my purview. And everybody wants to throw out the writer that she asked from the E. I remember I was talking to my mentor, Kev, the guy that interviewed her about the divorce. That's my mentor. That's my guy. He told me she was coming way before it broke that she was coming. And I was like, who? He was like, oh, if she has Emmys, she wrote soap operas. She wrote a lot of Sasha Banks stuff. We got her to come over to AEW. I go, so I assumed that was good. But what the lovely Miss Peppermint didn't take into account is their supremely gifted talent over WWE, man. I'm sorry, man. These ladies they're polished, they're professional. They have promo school at WWE. You ain't never going to convince me. Jesus could come on this podcast
what are
right
you
now.
doing?
But who you yelling at right now?
I'm sorry. My son just came.
Hey, yo, this dude over here reprimanding his child. Yo, David, get your ass together.
Go to bed. You're supposed to be in bed. Go
what
to
is
bed.
that? Is that David Perry Jr. Jr.?
Junior.
Yeah.
Ain't this a bitch?
Nah, he got a middle name.
You is a conceited son of a gun. David Perry Jr.
Hold on, since we talk about my kids.
This is nasty work. This is nasty work.
So no matter what,
my oldest,
hijack the podcast.
Hold on. My oldest has a middle name. I don't have a middle name. So he's not a third. He is not a third. I'm a junior. He's not a third. It's David Victor Perry. I don't have a middle name.
He's a third, damn it.
By default.
Is his name David Perry?
I thought I was muted. My bad, John. I thought I was muted. I'm like hearing footsteps down the hall. I'm like, what are you doing?
My man derail Revis.
Yo, that's what they call him. Listen, the Revis Island, Perry Island.
hey, they come for the wrestling and they stay for the story.
Listen.
Yeah, you definitely bring the theatrics.
Damn right I do.
It's like, theatricality and deception. Yo, listen. I believe.
You woke me up. In my room, you woke me up. I was asleep.
He done bombarded the podcast. Can you go to bed?
This is all staying in. I'm not editing one drop of it. I swear to God, I'm not. I swear to God, I'm not.
All you heard was a deep ass.
Yo, and of course, this is the best time. Of course, it's the best time when the Samoa Watchman pulled up. He pulled up. He pulled up at the perfect time.
Samoa Watchman said he's gonna get you, David, if you don't go to bed.
Gotta acknowledge the tribal chief of this podcast. And yo, David Perry Jr. take your ass to bed, man. Damn.
They do call him Little DJ.
It doesn't matter if it's
David.
Britt Baker or David Perry Jr. They can't say Mercedes Moné.
Big facts. No. And my wife, we were talking about my wife's going to call him Cherub. He ain't no Cherub. His voice deeper than mine. Talking about Cherub.
Yeah, he said the wolf woke me.
I'm like, hold
up. As soon as I unmuted it, he said something.
Right, get the bass out your voice. Right.
Yeah, first and foremost, so what? I woke you up and what? Man, take your ass to bed.
Right, exactly. The thing about it is, I've seen her trying to go on every single show and try to take back the news that Evan broke from her that she plans going back to the WWE all along. So it seems like she's trying to do all this damage control because people are going back to it because it's like, how can we believe you when you said you were going back to the WWE?
Let me tell you something that I don't know why I didn't tell you. I should have told you this before. Maybe I told Chef, but maybe I didn't. So when that happened, right? When we filmed this is what bugs me out. This is what she probably hates me, but I have nothing to do with this. And this is the stuff that frustrates me about interviews. This is why I was nervous about doing an interview, and had nothing to do with who she was. It's just when I knew how. And listen, this is so we do the interview. We do it straight through. There's no like running it back. We do it straight through, right? I get the mastered version. They're like, oh yeah, don't drop the interview until we say so. I go, cool. Young Buck who edited the interview. He's a younger guy, right? Check this out. This is gonna blow your mind, and you're never gonna hear it because it got cut. And you're gonna tell me right now in real time which is worse. What is worse? And I already know the answer because what happened is what's worse. She goes, she's at the WWE line, right? And then there's a pause. And then she goes, to get my WWE Hall of Fame ring. That's what she said. Check it out. So I was like, oh, that's amazing because no one's going to think she's leaving AEW to go to WWE. She's doing, you know what I mean? She's like, so that means down the line, everyone would have understood that, right? Everyone would have understood it, right? I get the cut. I wake up and it's that part, cut. And I didn't think nothing of it. I didn't. I was like, oh, I don't know if it's going to get picked up. But then I listened to it back. I was like, oh, shit. I go, people might take that the wrong way. But think about what I'm saying there, though. That's not what she said. She actually said to get her a Hall of Fame ring. Isn't that wild? Isn't that wild how powerful editing is, man? Editing is so powerful because the final cut wasn't the original cut. The original cut was just Mercedes being like, yo, I'm going back to get my Hall of Fame ring. And it was a very sweet moment. She smiled, and it was like a moment. I was like, and I said something like, oh, I said, let's go or something like that. I said, Hall of Famer Sasha Banks, yada, yada, yada. And we moved on. But they cut it. And so now every single interview she has to keep reiterating. I guarantee she hates me. I go, but baby girl, I didn't cut it. I didn't cut it. Y'all have final cut. I'm just a humble narrator. So I always think that's
so they the ones that cut the ring line.
Heidi Mack's the only person besides Kev and Mercedes who's seen the original. Heidi's seen it first before anybody, and she was like, "Wait, what happened?" I'll go, "Babe, I don't know, babe." I've been wanting to talk about that for a minute, man, and it bothers me. It bothers me so much because I know she probably doesn't like me, and I go, "I didn't touch the video." I hate when they cut that. I go, "Why'd they cut that? That was the dope part." No. So what does everybody do? They take that thing and go, yo, she's coming back to the E. She's coming back to the E. She's using this as a money thing. And it made her look like she was this money-grubbing girl who just wasn't in pursuit of, financial stability and creative control, which with all due respect, anybody, if they really, really asked, if everyone really was in her position, they would want the same thing. But when it's framed a certain way, it looks like she's some selfish wrestler. And I go, damn, y'all really don't know what it's like to be that famous or that successful or work that hard. I know you don't, because you'd understand that who the hell wouldn't want more money and financial stability and creative control? Who wouldn't? Now, me personally, as a performer, as an entertainer, like if I was her, I wouldn't want 100% creative control over my character. No, because it's hard to see the forest for the trees. It's hard to see. They're put it like this. That's why the most directors that star in their own shit, it ain't the best movie. For the most time, you got to kind of be a back, do your thing, pop in, say your lines, go about your business. But you is writer, producer, director, star. It typically doesn't bode well. Typically.
I don't know why she had to tell everybody she had creative control in the first place, because if you don't tell everybody your business, they wouldn't blame you for when it goes wrong. Now we have fingers to point. You said you're in creative control, although you talk with Tony, but the buck stops with you. Apparently, that's what you said. That's what she said. So you got to be careful for what you say and how you say it, because then people
I heard one
point the finger at you.
That girl probably can't stand me, and I'm like, yo, I would love to be like, yo, I Miss Mercedes, I ain't do nothing. I'm not joking. It was the easiest interview I've ever done. All I had to do was interview and go home. Like I usually cut my stuff, do the audio stuff. And I was so happy about it. And then in the midnight hour, I woke up to messages being like, Like, what happened? I go, what happened? What? Man, come on, man. That frustrates the hell out of me, bro, because I had nothing but the purest intentions. A simple snip, man. I'm going to show y'all the raw food. I'm going to show y'all the raw. Seriously. Y'all my guys. I'm going to show y'all that. I'm going to show it to you. You're going to be like, oh, it was very dope. When you see the moment, you be like, oh, this is a dope future thing. She's coming back later on. I go, yeah, it was such a nice, real moment. And then one little snip. But he a young buck though, man. I'm telling you, he a young kid. He young and he's a brother, and I really like this dude. I met him the first day that day, and I said I like this kid a lot. Brother to brother, we had a great rapport, and he was in control of the edit. And then I think he over edited that cut. I don't know why he did it. I don't know if it was told. I don't know. It was weird. I don't know if they thought it would go that way. My only theory is thinking that maybe they thought like. The Hall of Fame part sounded bad. You know what I'm trying to say?
Because it sounds bad too, because not on you, but on her. Damn, you're just going back for a Hall of Fame ring, so you're just using everybody now. You don't even love this no more. You're just trying to get paid, which is fine.
Oh, I see. Who's hating on Ralph? Who's hating on Tyler Perry? Who's hating on Tyler Perry? I'll give him my.
Hey, that's my cousin. You know what I'm saying?
I'll give my fellas a lot. I always try to give y'all something. I always try to give y'all something different from the podcast, from the live, man. Sometimes just because it's different, because I don't want the pod to be exactly like this kind of stuff. So I like kind of being a little more candid on the live, just because you can see what we look like. But that bothered the shit out of me when you said that, bro. It just reminded me. I'm like, y'all, can you imagine if I wish I would have showed y'all the damn original? Damn. But I wish I had that kind of
so much promise.
Man, I'm glad we got. I'm kind of glad we got on Mercedes. I'm gonna move on. And yo, listen, man. So I'm taking my wife out, man. I ain't took my wife out to dinner in a while, man.
I've been waiting for this.
Chat's up in here now, so I'm glad. I'm glad we kind of killed time. Yo, listen, cause y'all might look at it different. Y'all might look at this different. So we trying to pull up the bonefish, because I actually look, Bill, bonefish slap like a mug, boy. But bonefish is good. Bonefish grill is good, right? So we walk into bonefish. If you don't know bonefish, there's a left door, and then there's like a roundabout door, that little roundabout John's. But the left door opens up, and it's right by where the host is. So we typically go in there because a lot of people coming out through the roundabout, and that's weird to me. I ain't trying to trap nobody in. So I swing the door open. We look in. There's so many people. I go, damn. I said, let's go to Outback. I want that Toowoomba salmon, whatever the hell that damn thing is. This thing slaps. So I was like, let's just go there. We turn around, right? So as I'm going out, I see a older lady, and she's walking towards the door. And I peel back around and hold the door open for her. And she will not walk through the door. Okay, check it out. She will not walk through the door. And my wife's standing there, and there's people standing around because I'm holding the door for her. And I go, I said, are you wanted to go in? She was like, oh, it says on the door. She goes, it says on the door that I'm supposed to use the roundabout. I go like, the door's, okay. And then she like says that, and she goes in, and she goes through the roundabout, and people kind of just stood there, and I was like, Now, there's a couple ways. Now, think about this for a second. Now, never in my life would I ever think a female or any human being. I swear to God, that's what people understand. That's why if you keep living, you'll see a lot of crazy things. I never thought I had 100% success rate on holding the door for a lady. Who the hell would think that streak would ever be broken in history, though? Think about what I'm saying here. That streak is more definitive than the Undertaker streak. I held the door open for a lady, and she didn't walk through, because she said the sign said that she couldn't walk through, even though people were walking through as she was saying that. Because other people walked through the door because I was holding it because she was taking so long. So I ask unto you, gentlemen, is she right because the rule, or was she rude because of the rudeness? And Miguel says, yes, what color was the lady? And you already know. I don't want to make it that. I don't want to make it that.
Yeah. Hey.
I didn't want to make it that, but you know what she was.
And she was older than you, sir?
And let me tell you what my wife said, because I don't do this. My wife is white and Filipino. She was like, is this because you were black? She had no other answer, because there's no other answer.
Did she look like she smelled shit when she looked at you? Because if she did when you was holding that door, I don't think it's because
Was
she's
she a golden girl?
Don't ever disrespect. I love my golden girls. I love especially B. That's boo thing right now. Rose, Blanche, and Blanche is boo thing. Sophia, that's boo thing.
Shout out Blanche.
Yeah. Was she Murder She Wrote age?
And you keep mentioning the old white ladies I love. You can't put some respect on Jessica Fletcher's name. You better come up with a white lady I don't like. Like you ain't got nothing because they're all.
Was she Dr. Quinn, the medicine woman?
Yeah, I like that. Yeah, she ruffles my feathers. Yo, first of all, shout out to Lucci. Shout out to the reign of wrestling. What's really good?
Was she the nanny's age? Fran Drescher.
Yeah, she bothers me. And she was older than the nanny.
Hey, man, shout out Fran Drescher.
Yeah. Yo, shout out to everybody in the chat. I was very taken aback, man. I was very upset. Because I was really trying to be a gentleman, and any time I open the door for someone other than my wife, walk through the door, please.
I do it all the time at work.
Because it's just a classy thing to do. It's just a classy, gentlemanly thing to do. Oh, Lucci, I ain't going to have you disrespect Maud, because that's B. You can't talk about Maud.
Nope.
So the equally disrespectful thing is when you're obviously what you did, and the same thing is like, if multiple people are going through the door and the person before you don't hold the door open to help you go out, that's also rude.
Facts.
That's rude.
She literally was like, oh, it says right here that I can't walk in. And I was like, ooh. Thank you for
Did she tell you your kind? You know, she
used the rules to cloud or to cover for the fact that she didn't want to be,
and that's exactly right. See, Chef, and that's the thing, Chef. I really wish you weren't wrong about that, but that's exactly my exact deduction. She used the rule for why she didn't want a black man to hold the door for. Nasty work. It's just think about it. There's zero explanation of why the hussy wouldn't just walk through the door.
That is great heel work.
From lady to a hussy, I love it.
Lady to a hussy. Yep.
No, at the end of the day, I'm not going to sit through and if somebody, I want somebody to hold the door for my grandmother.
Like real
talk. She was still here. I want somebody to hold the door open for my mom.
And let me keep it a buck. This is how I know. She on some other shit. Like, wait a minute, ain't you used to black people holding the door for me? You old enough to remember when they used to do that? Let's go. Yeah, let's go. Do you want me to go? I went there. She should have been like, this reminds me of the good old days. That's what she should have said.
I mean, it's not like you were trying to like walk her across the street.
That's why she was uncomfortable, because she had a flashback. She almost said,
but she should have. She should have been like, ooh, just like the good old days.
She clutched her purse and everything.
Oh, it was nasty work, guys. It was nasty work. Hey, yo, man.
Oh man, bro! If I would have been there, I could have told you square. I'd have been like, man, she tripping, bro.
Miguel said, lady was probably bumping Real American getting out of the car. Now listen, Miguel, we don't know each other. We don't know each other that well, but I'm gonna let you know right now. I'm gonna need you to put some respect on Real American. If I was president of the United States, my first decree would be the national anthem would be Real American. I don't give a damn who's the song's for. That is the greatest American song ever made.
Nah, she was out there.
It should be the Pledge of Allegiance then. It should be the Pledge of Allegiance then.
She was like, we the people.
So you see that these are all, if she came in there with Zeb Coulter, I'd be all set, baby. Oh my God.
What happened? Hold on. You forgot half the story. I'm trying to figure out about that burger.
Okay, no. This was after we left. After we left, this is a wrestling show, I swear.
That's what tripped me out.
After we left, I got the Outback. We went to Outback, and I got my damn salmon. That's why I should have went anywhere. I wouldn't have had this damn encounter with homegirl, and from Get Out.
Shout
out Bloomin' Onion.
Yeah, I wouldn't have had this encounter with the homegirl from Get Out. She did have some damn tea in her hand too. Real talk. Listen. Lakeith Stanfield was right next to me. He was like, "Get out!" I'm like, "I'm out, baby. I'm out. I'm going to Outback, baby. Good day, mate." And I was sitting there and I was waiting for my damn Toowoomba salmon, which is such a slapper rapper. And I was looking to the left and there's a dude. He had a big old burger. It's big, man. And like, and his lady, I heard her over. I overheard her say, "Oh, don't you want to cut that?" He was like, "Only bitches like cut their burger," and I was like, "You know, and let me tell you something.
Whoa.
Let me tell you something. Now, typically when I'm eavesdropping, I wouldn't feel some type of way, but that night I felt some type of way because I always cut my burger. So my insecurities were seeping through the cracks. So I asked a gentleman once again on the podcast, are you a bitch if you cut your burger? And you don't have to do this for me because I just told you I'm cutting mine. I don't give a damn. I'm comfortable in my masculinity, but I cut my burger. But are you a bitch if you cut your burger? Yes or no? And the chat, go.
No, because you might be using a dipping sauce and you can't put a whole fucking burger into dipping sauce.
Why are we dipping burgers?
Yeah, first of all, see, now that's a better question. What incarnation?
It could be the end and you want to, get a little bit of ranch.
Ooh, okay. I've done that.
Absolutely not.
To which part?
Ranch. That is the devil's concoction.
This podcast has changed.
Watch your
I will
damn
not
mouth.
let nobody disrespect ranch. Because you're one of them people that are like, yo, blue cheese is good though. You probably one of them.
Yeah,
I don't do blue cheese neither.
Ranch is
What do you
so
do, French?
banging. And you're trying to do that thing. You're trying to connect ranch to ethnicity. Are you not? Yes or no? Is that what you're doing right now?
Yeah,
that's what you're doing.
He ain't light-skinned.
That's what he's doing. That's what he's doing.
You want me to answer the question or not?
I do.
So the unofficial official chef's recipe for do you cut a burger or not? Here are the circumstances.
Give it to me. Hit me with me, Zoe.
A is you and the missus and you splitting and sharing, right? So let's say she want to try the burger and you want to try whatever she got, right? So that's the first case. Cool.
Okay.
The second case would be if you don't need to eat this because they got all these craft burgers nowadays. So it's like 18 different things on the burger with 3 sauces and condiments and bacon and 2 cheeses and two patties or the smash burger. So the other reason is if it's you don't want to feel like a fat ass, you cut it in half and then maybe you eat that other joint later. You know what I mean? So that's the other reason. But if you just out here for no reason, when you sit down like, I'm gonna cut my burger in half today before I eat it, you's a bitch.
Oh my God.
He called free. Yo, he called your boy a bitch. Damn, listen. Lucci said blue cheese all day. Miguel said blue cheese can go. So the reign of wrestling, the reign of wrestling said blue cheese smells funky. Listen, the reign of wrestling said ranch all day. Kim says no ranch slander. Ralph said cutting your burger is crazy while dunking a burger in sauce like cookies and milk.
Ranch is the Cody Rhodes of condiments.
Oh hell!
Oh come on!
Wait a minute. So what you try? So you mean over? So you mean over?
I'm saying.
So you mean over?
It's over and it's overused.
Yo, Lucci said, I was born in 1996. I know these shows because my uncle and granny. Shout out to your uncle and granny.
Yes.
Short answer, yes, burgers are meant to be messy. Miguel called me a bitch as well. It's okay. That's why I asked the question. I don't mind y'all calling me
You know
a
who
bitch.
else? The people I don't fuck with.
A big burger.
I don't. People who order a burger and then take off the top half of the bun and talk about I don't need to eat this much bread. Then why you getting a burger?
No, that's nasty work. Or the girl I was with one time, not with, but I was with her boy and wonder why this didn't work out. Yeah, I wonder why. I gotta tell you when gonna work out. She made the burger like a lettuce burger. I was like, if you don't get the hell out of my face now.
People who would come to my restaurant and would order burgers, no bun, but still want French fries. I'm like, so you're still eating carbs? What are you doing?
Yeah, that's like the large meal with the
You're
Diet
still carbing
Coke.
it up. You're still carbing it up.
What are we doing?
Look, wifey said, listen, hey, don't knock the dip. I had no knife to spread the ketchup, so I dipped it along with my fries. She goes, don't knock the dip, chef. Don't knock the dip.
Knock the dip, chef. What if it's a slider? It's still a burger.
Yeah, how about that? Y'all can kick rocks. I cut my burger in half, damn it. I be savoring the flavor.
Man. He was saving half for later, chef.
I went through a tragic experience with that colonizer, and you over here piling on.
Man.
I mean,
he said, "Baby,
what else?
trying to open
What
his
else am I
mouth
here
that
for
wide,
if not to
Chef?
stir the
Damn.
pot? That's the point
Chef
of a
over like,
chef.
Yo, I swear before God, man, I was so taken aback though by all that. But I was like, I overheard him. I was like, oh damn, he's talking about me. I felt some type of way, man. I clutched the pearls, man. I go, ooh, I cut my burger. I wish I wouldn't have got a Toowoomba salmon. I wish I'd have got a burger. Listen, Kim says, I like mixing ranch and honey mustard on wings, but not burgers. I'm with you now. I'm with you. This is all just good fodder for the live show. But listen, some wrestling happened. A little bit of wrestling happened.
Did it though?
I kind of.
Hey, somebody came back.
Listen,
It's a lot of Scooby-Doo stuff happening.
Yeah, a lot of Scooby-Doo stuff happened. First of all,
somebody
listen,
came
real quick.
back to work, but somebody went home.
Listen, real talk.
Hey, I know
Who
what you're talking about. He know who he talking
I have
about.
no idea what he's talking about right now.
He talking about Roro came back and Seth went home. That's what he talking
Oh,
about.
he's talking about slow bop.
Yeah.
I don't know Roman by anything but slow
Hey, he
bop.
hit the slow bop to the new song.
I knew he would. I told you he would. I told you.
right.
And the
It's
song
regular-
was still ass cheap.
That shit is trash. Yo.
I hate that y'all hate it. It's amazing.
You like it? Oh, it's amazing. Oh, that's because we don't like it. That's the only reason you feel that way.
Yeah, wait a minute. Why are you putting that song over? That little bullshit remix. Ain't nobody asked you to make. I told you bet get Hans Zimmer out the booth. We don't need you. Go make a Christopher Nolan soundtrack. Get the hell out of here.
I'm trying to get it over for this podcast. If one out of three.
Listen, first and foremost, before I move on, speedy recovery to Dakota Kai. I always worry about that young lady's knees because I really, really, really feel for any athlete, any person, any competitor that works as hard as they do to get to a level like that. I don't want any injuries on anybody, not even Philip Buster, Mr. Glass Brooks. I don't want to see him hurt. I mess around. I get all, I joke around just to make my fellas laugh and stuff like that. But at the end of the day, from a former athlete that tried to make it to a high level, I don't want anybody hurt. So when I hear about this Dakota missing like 6 to 8 weeks because of a meniscus tear for someone who's dealt with so many knee injuries, I got to give love and hope for a speedy recovery by the Kiwi. And I hope she comes back strong. And I hope she comes back well, because when you just start hitting your stride in a faction and you get the setback, it got to be very, very, very disappointing. Now, shout out to the Reign of Wrestling. Dakota is a trooper. Kim said, how many knee injuries is that for her now? It's so many. It gotta be 4. It gotta be at least 4. For real. Like, and I'm just glad it's a meniscus, even though, she's dealt with ACLs in the past. So.
She got them Grant Hill knees now.
And you want to talk about somebody that could have been like.
See, yeah, you like that one.
That man said Grant Hill knees. It gets a little bit off. I mean, she had them Grant Hill ankles. She'd be in real trouble.
It's nasty work. I'm sorry. Evan was trying to be real positive, and I just derailed that whole thing. Hey, what the sad part is with her being out, it definitely sidetracks the whole damage control faction.
Not even damage controlling. What is it?
It's two girls who don't speak on the microphone. They're just Kabuki warriors, right? Silent Kabuki warriors.
Listen,
Kabuki something in 2 weeks.
The only thing they could do is bring in Michin and put them together, and so she talked for them.
The old put them together. When you don't know what to do with the ethnicities, you just put them.
When you don't know what to do with 3 girls who are mixed martial artists, you put them together.
It's not just connected to race. It's not just connected to race, my people. It's all about whatever's like the other. If they all got purple hair, you put them together. If they're Asian, you put them together. If they all from Japan, you put them together.
If they both got a Scottish accent and they're okay wrestlers and you don't know what to do with them, you give them belts and you put them together.
At the end of the day, daddy. Whew, y'all are some cold-blooded sons of bitches.
What do you listen? If not anything, I'm honest and truthful. And off the top, you got me out here. It's 1:00 in the morning, East Coast time. And you don't
I'm
think
on
I'm
East
not gonna
Coast
say
shit.
you don't think I'm not gonna say something crazy off the top of my head? You must be tripping.
I gotta make this. I try to make the pod a little more family friendly than the live. I try to get the people what they want for the live.
Well, you're gonna have to do a whole
I
lot
don't
of
know
editing.
how Edward Scissorhands ain't got nothing on me tonight, boy. I'm gonna be chopping and screwing, boy, like Teddy Payne and Luda. Listen, damn it.
Auto-tune, baby.
You know
Luda
what?
is a top 5 lyricist, BT Dubs.
Say that again.
Luda's a top 5 lyricist.
And I'm gonna say something right now to all you sucker MCs out here. To all you sucker MCs out here, Ludacris is on my top 10 all-time list, and I mean bar none. And I mean any era. And I'm telling you right now.
I can see that. That's why I say lyricist.
And
like,
I said, hell, then what the hell's he put him there? Shit.
Hey.
Like, lyricist is rap. So like flow is one thing, but I think Luda is the most disrespected, high-profile rapper in history. Luda is cold. Let me tell you something right now. I told you I'm gonna do this one day, and somebody probably gonna steal this shit from me, but that's okay. If you can steal it, just know where it came from first. If I'm gonna do it on the show one day. We're gonna do the Pokemon freaking like rappers. We're gonna do the Pokemon wrestlers, and it's all about the best of the best, and you have to choose your 5. And you're like, the Pokemon, I choose you. Rapper, I choose you. But the thing is, you can't always hit them with the ones that everyone knows. And I'm telling you right now, pound for pound, if I put Luda against 90% of the rappers in the game, he will cook them. I am telling you, he'd cook them. I'm telling you, bar for bar, if I told him there was a battle coming, he's the one you were like, oh, what, Luda? And I'm telling you right now. But he said, made a CD, then he hit the block, 50,000 sold, $7 a pop. Now, I'm telling you something right now. That's real talk.
Exhibit A was killing TIP.
I'm telling you, Ludacris, Christopher Bridges is so cold. Don't let that what's your fantasy shit get you fucked up. This boy can
or
spit.
Area codes.
This boy can spit. Yo, Luda can spit. Oh my God, I put him against so many people and he would cook them. And he'd be like, wait, what happened? I'd be like, I told you. A lot of these rappers live off a lot of stuff, a lot of cachet. But when you put them in the battle, and I'm not talking about one of them bullshit battles where ain't no beat. I'm talking about just verse for verse.
Yeah,
I give you 2 weeks.
Not a verses. We talking about a real battle.
I'm talking about a battle. Not the thing.
He cooked Nelly in the verses too.
Oh,
not when everyone act like when they freestyling, but they ain't really freestyling because they ain't. Like, I'm talking about if I gave you a week and then I gave Luda a week to write and come to the battle. I'm telling you, man. I'm trying to tell you. Woo! That boy Luda is so cold, man. It's so cold. Top 10 for me all time. I got Andre 3 Stacks in there. I got Pusha in there. I got Ladies Love all up in there.
I'm just asking.
Jada's in there for me. For sure.
It's the kiss the gang goodbye.
I got Jada in there, Pusha in there, Method in there, Ladies Love in there, Luda in there, Andre in there.
That's a solid list.
I made it before. I forget. I made the top 10 before, but it starts getting a little difficult.
I'm going to make that list.
Yeah, I'm telling you, I made it, bro. I'm telling you right now.
Eminem got to be.
Oh, Marshall's in there, of course, because it's all encompassing.
Don't see in that list.
It's close, man.
Wayne's in my list.
It's close, bro. It's close.
Mixtape Wayne in my list before.
Hell,
Wayne.
damn, with
nobody
mixtape Wayne. Wayne, just Wayne.
Wayne might be the Barry Bonds of it. Like,
I can take Wayne's away from the mixtape, and he's still better than 90% of rappers ever exist. Ever.
That's my Barry Bonds argument.
Barry Bonds would be
Lucci, you know what's interesting, Lucci?
Limited amount of hits.
Lucci, you know what?
Limited amount of hits.
You know what's interesting, Lucci?
Number ones.
Like Lucci asked about Hove. You know what's interesting, man? He's a propaganda case for me, but he's really good. He's really good. But I do believe propaganda is strong with Jay-Z. I used to be a very, very big, like, no question, put him in the top 10 thing. But when I started hearing more and more people that don't really know rap keep just like dismissing everybody else and just saying Hove, that's when I know propaganda is really strong. And Hove is really, really good. He's an all-time great. He is an all-time great. He is. And I'm not saying he's not. But when everyone's like he's the best, you're fucking crazy. You're fucking crazy, man. He can't be, man. Pusha is literally a mass murderer. Pusha is one of the coldest MCs I've ever heard. Meth's one of the coldest MCs I've ever heard. Ladies Love is the first Def Jam artist ever. Like, He's the first one to mainstream rap. He's the first one to talk about ladies for real in rap. He's the first one to be commercial with rap. Like if ladies, Busta's in my top 10. That's who's in my top 10 as well. Busta Rhymes in my top 10. Yeah. And I like Hove, man. I do. I like Hove. Don't get me wrong, man.
It's about taste too. What do you like? Rap. It's like ice cream, man. Everybody got their own flavors.
I agree, man. I agree. It's not, to me, there's no real wrong answer. Lucci says Kendrick. Yeah, Kendrick needs more records for me, but he's
never rap. See, where is Kendrick?
Kendrick's like the Olympics. He's around once every 4 years.
Come on, Kendrick. We know.
And I love Kendrick.
Damn, you gotta put out some type of catalog.
I love Kendrick. I love Kendrick Lamar, man. But damn, there's something to be said about somebody that could put out a record and then put out another one. You know what I'm saying? Like, damn, I love Kendrick Lamar, man.
Like we milk not like us to the point that where that cow is dry. There's nothing.
So they go Lucci. That's the argument. But when he drop, he don't miss. He better not miss. He been loading up for 2 years. Would you miss if you had 2,000 bullets? He's stockpiling, Lucci. He's stockpiling, man.
He dropped 5 songs and gave people their quota for 2 years.
I told you that you're not going to turn this into like a Kendrick thing because I like Kendrick a great.
We love Kendrick. He just needs to drop
talking,
more. It's not 10. About his talent. It's about his quantity, not
top
quality.
10 MC is very. No. My list is very eclectic and it's very elite. It's like that club that people try to roll up into. I'm like, hold on, you ain't on the list, man. No. You gotta get up out of here. But Evan, I have a lot of platinum records. I go, yeah, okay.
You get no play on my phone.
Evan, what about Hove? I said I like Hove, but then I just say Renegade, and then everybody gets quiet. Don't get quiet. Don't get quiet when I say Renegade. You just said Hove. Don't get quiet. I'm just saying, like, he never gonna live that down for me. Who told you to half step on Renegade when you called Marshall on the phone? You can't call him on the phone and him pussyfoot.
He was like, "Oh, I got to do another verse."
I go, "Oh no."
It wasn't even supposed to be 3 verses. He was like, "Oh, I got to go back in the booth."
The reason why I said Marshall's the greatest lyricist to ever live is because he treats everyone like that, like it's his last. Any feature, hide your wife, hide your kids on a feature with Eminem for real. Don't do it. My advice for Eminem: don't follow him or don't go after him. Evan, what do you mean? How can I be on the song? You can't.
But that's why Eminem and Lil Wayne's songs are so dope.
Yes. Yeah. Oh yeah. Listen. Oh yeah. Kim. They always act like he can't rap because of the pigment of his skin. Because people don't understand racism does exist both ways. It exists both ways. It exists both ways. Because we dominate rap, so we gatekeep rap. We do. So, but Am's been fighting for almost 30 years to prove he's one of the greatest of all time, and he's solidified, especially with the newest record. Am's top 5 all time. I got him at the best lyricist ever. But like, we could play around and look at the color of his skin, but don't nobody put over brothers more than M do. Like, don't nobody do. He loves our culture so much, man. He ain't never dropped the N-word. Like, like this dude, like, we gotta stop with this M stuff, man. We gotta stop.
Is Christian McCaffrey the Eminem of the NFL?
No. Guess who is? Homeboy, who I love. Cooper.
I'm just talking about because he's a running back.
Cooper Kupp.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's definitely Cooper Kupp.
Super Cooper.
Okay. But Jordy Nelson was stellar, but I get it.
Shout out to Big Pun, Lucci. Damn, see, we derailed.
I mean, but if we talking about like the OG who probably really was the Eminem who was from here, who made it out of nothing, was Edelman.
Julian's cold.
Making it out of Kent State as a quarterback.
He's a system. Y'all just mad because so what? But listen,
aside from Mike Allstott, there are no white running backs.
But I'm gonna keep it a buck, man. Most players are system players because football is a system. I told you, a lot of these commentators, they start these kind of things and everyone runs with them. But the NFL is run on a system. It's run on a system. Most players are typically system players. So, like, if I put Edelman in Kansas City system, he would do well. He'd do well because of the system they run. Like, you know what I'm trying to say? Like, I don't know, man. This is not like any other sport. Like, football is a damn system. That's what it is. There's always going to be an outlier. Yeah, like this.
Like the Miz would be a system wrestler because depending on the system that you put him in, he can be your WWE champion.
Yeah, trust me.
But if you have Randy Orton, fuck your system.
It's true. He's gonna outweigh. Yeah, we're seeing that's what you're talking about, the top 1%, and that's what I mean. Everyone's like, they diminish someone's talent for being a system. I go, most players are system players, and then there's the apex predators like Brady. The apex predator. Tom Brady can be how you want it, where you want it. He proved that he can go where you want, and the system fits him. He makes the system.
Yep.
Tom Brady is the system. so is Patty Cake though. He's the system. These are the things that people do. With like I get
Kirk Cousins is a system quarterback,
and not in the best way. He puts up good numbers, but at the end of the day, man, you know who ain't no system receiver? CeeDee Lamb.
Oh God, here we go.
You know who asking to get traded out of Cleveland?
CeeDee Lamb.
Amari Cooper.
Oh, he's always disgruntled though.
He's always disgruntled. He was disgruntled in Dallas.
He was disgruntled when
I'd
he came out the womb.
I'd be pissed off too if y'all went for a receiver and y'all couldn't get him because he was
disgruntled in Alabama because they kept bringing in receivers.
When he came out the womb, he was disgruntled because the doctor. He came out naked. The doctor didn't put no damn clothes on him. He was mad then. So I was like, bro, you a baby.
He was mad in Oakland and Vegas. Wherever. Didn't matter.
Oh my God, y'all, appreciate y'all hanging in with us. You know what I mean? We bullshitting. Speedy recovery to Dakota Kai. Old top 5. Speaking of top 5, Randy Orton got a new 5-year deal. Listen,
till he's 90.
Listen, Randy Orton.
To quote Deadpool, till he's 90.
Listen, like Randy. The thing about Randy is last time I heard him talk, last time I was allowed to speak to him, that was like his prediction. That extra 5 years, that was his prediction of when he wanted to be done. He got his deal. The only thing what he was concerned with, his body holding up. Mm-hmm. I ain't never seen a back fusion surgery work this well in my life. That's this dude. He didn't went somewhere. He didn't went to Germany. He didn't went to Asgard. He went somewhere. He got the Steve Rogers secret serum because he moving sprightly. He got a gip in his step right now, boy. So shout out to Randy Orton getting what the kids call the bag. But with that being said, can I get one more title? Just one more?
I was gonna say, can he get 16, y'all?
Just one more? Give me a taste.
The way he's looking, I don't understand why they don't have him more of a obvious contender than he is now, because
he's in a weird spot though, bro. You know he's in a weird spot. You know, because of Gunther, because of Braun Breaker reigning up, Seth, Priest still being in him. You know what I mean? He's in a weird little pocket. Cody,
but
Roman.
They were giving the title to Brock Lesnar. He could be the new Brock Lesnar.
I'm fine with that.
Big enough. He's
Tell me,
big
but you
enough.
got to book it real quick though. Who's he beating though? Even if it's like 2 years from now,
book him to beat Cody. Easy.
To me, that's the rivalry. To me, that's the rivalry. He beats Cody.
Nah.
That's the next rivalry. I'm telling you, there's history there. A trilogy. Randy wins a title.
It could be.
I'm just saying that's the money. To me, that's money. That's money.
If they're dead set on never making Cody a heel, then Randy has to be the heel.
I'm fine either way, because Randy. Listen, Randy can do it anyway. He's in such a good mood now. He could play babyface.
He already hinted at being a legend killer again, right? Like,
so guess what? RKO. I'm not going to call Cody a legend just yet.
I think somebody else may be turning heel soon.
What the hell are you talking about right now?
I mean, you want me to kick it off?
Kick it off. It's like
go ahead and kick off the night at the opera. My prediction at Bash in Berlin will be Kevin Owens turns heel on Cody Rhodes. What will happen is at the end of the match, Cody Rhodes is going to beat him. Kevin Owens is going to get frustrated, and guess what's going to happen? We are going to get a fatality pop-up powerbomb, the likes to where you think Cody Rhodes' back is broken on that ring apron. He's going to put him through that announce table, and they're going to throw us off the scent of turning Cody Rhodes heel. We got to give it some time because we're going to have to figure out who actually is the biggest star in the WWE. We know who that is, but who's the biggest babyface? And we're starting to realize who that is. That's that merch moving. main event, and boy, oh boy, you know the OTC is over, daddy. So they're gonna have to make a decision, and we know who they're gonna tie their ship to. At least I know who they're gonna tie their ship to, but they gotta throw us off that scent. And Kevin Owens turning heel, leading us into Bad Blood, because that's what's going to lead into the Bad Blood. That's not a coincidence. Cody Rhodes is sitting next to Metro Boomin, creating the absolute worst stakeout commercials I've ever seen in my life. I am absolutely telling the
Metro
gospel
Boomin,
on that shit.
More.
I ain't never seen that. He said, "What are you looking at, Metro?" I'm like, bruh, come on now. We ain't that dumb. We're looking at the goddamn camera right there. But it's neither here nor there. He gonna beat the dog shit out of Cody Rhodes. And we gonna see Bad Blood. Kevin Owens, Cody Rhodes, Hell in a Cell.
I'm all for it, man. I'm all for Kevin Owens.
Chef.
I'm all for Cody Rhodes.
I don't know if my Bad Blood is supposed to be them two in a cell. It should be Punk and Drew in a cell.
For sure. Yeah, who's going in the cell?
You're right.
They're both going in the cell, by the way. That's who it is.
They're not gonna fight at Bash in Berlin, and they were dealing with the strap last night, so they can't run away
strap
from
match.
each other.
Bash in Berlin, Bad Blood, Hell in the Cell, and I'm telling you right now,
man, your boy can't make
coming
it
out
through.
on top.
He can't make it through strap match.
I have made my decree. Phil Brooks will never get injured ever again.
We're going to find out. Lord
Ever.
have mercy. I think that strap match is going to be in Bad Blood, though. We can main event that show less. Well, it just depends.
I like the Hell in the Cell. Let's put it like this. When are you going to be right? Is either going to be the strap match at Bad Blood, Hell in the Cell, or it's going to be or a Hell in the Cell with Cody and Kevin Owens?
Because
Kevin Owens,
you got to have a second match with those two. You're going to have a second match with a stipulation.
And I think they're going to do a trilogy with them. Because they have to keep CM Punk away from the title as long as possible. Because Gunther is not going to be dropping that anytime soon. Sure.
No.
And I'm gonna tell you, I've been listening to people talk about how long he should hold it. With all due respect to Gunther, he shouldn't hold it that long. Not as long as he held the Intercontinental. No way. There's just too many. There's too many great wrestlers in Raw. I'm sorry, and I love Gunther. But the artist formerly known as Walter. But with all due respect, and this is crazy. I ain't drank that much whiskey tonight, but this is real talk because this is what we do. There ain't no way he's more of a compelling champion than people chasing CM Punk. There ain't no way. There ain't no way, bro. Like, how long you gonna keep Punk away from the title? How long?
How can we get there? That's the question.
That part I'm not there yet. I'm just saying, like, damn, you really gonna do another 600-day run with Gunther? That's wild to me.
No.
600?
No. Unless we like our book last week, unless we get the Brock Lesnar. That's the only way they're gonna book it that way.
But you know he's going over though. He's going over Brock though.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think he should go over him first though. I think it should be like I don't know. I don't know. Well, we're getting Brock because Walter wants Brock.
We can always think Gunther is gonna be Brock Lesnar, but Brock Lesnar always has that ace up his sleeve. He ended the Undertaker streak, so anything can happen at WrestleMania.
Big facts. Put like this, that's when he should lose it. But
yes, and then you can have him go on a furious hellfire run trying to get his title back, and Brock Lesnar goes home until SummerSlam.
I'm fine with all that. He's a specialty case. He's a specialty. He's like you talk about a Pokemon. Good Lord.
Dragon Knight.
Yeah, that's when things are getting real hot and heavy, and I just dropped that ball. I'm like, we good. Brock Lesnar, I choose you. Chef, you got a recipe for these haters, man?
I mean, other than trying to tell y'all to stop cutting y'all burgers in half and dipping everything in ranch.
Nasty work.
I got a few things to talk about. You know what? I'm going to talk about the guy who finally got over and what's next for LA Knight.
Oh,
Dope ass entrance music. I like that entrance.
Also like that entrance music. Agreed. So the next opponent that he really should be beefing with is somebody who he was beefing with leading up to this. And they haven't, well, and they actually have touched, but they had backstage issues. They had in the locker room promos. The next guy who really should be challenging LA Knight and or taking it off of him and they have a back and forth, it should be our guy Mello. They've had real promo hits, right, where they're both jabbing at each other. We haven't seen Mello in a minute. It would be a really good way. I get why they had Santos and Andrade, but the real guy who should be the next contender for that dude's belt is Mello. Y'all put a rocket ship on that man by making him the first pick of SmackDown. And as I've said once before on this podcast, then what? He fought Cody, and then he's kind of been pushed off. And I tried to state my case why he should be Money in the Bank to get him some juice again, or King of the Ring, whatever the case may be. And that's kind of where him and LA Knight, all of that started jumping off. So it makes total sense for them to run that back, if you will, and play the hits and let them go bar for bar on the mic. They can both go. It gives you the clear super heel, narcissistic guy versus the narcissistic, you're not going to take this from me, babyface, because I got something to fight for. I'm going to keep this. And, I liked his promo that he had, with Santos. It's just, it really should be against Mello.
Yeah, I like it, brother. And I like you getting Mello back in the mix. People are getting a little worried. I'm like, oh, he's a young whippersnapper. Don't be too worried. But I understand why you're getting worried because
they're pushing Bron Breakker and not Mello. That's bothering me too.
I just wish we weren't all black when we do this.
I know.
I wish we weren't all black. So because I agree with you. But it's just based on logic. It's nothing to do with race. It just feels like it always does. But there's people are asking. This is why I always say you can pick and choose who you want to push. I don't want to hear anything about, well, resonates with the people. I go, you push who you want to push when you want to push them. I will listen, hats off to Mr. Breaker. He cut a very nice, quick promo before he went out.
Mm-hmm.
And it was his best work to me. It was the most I've ever believed of him. It was really great. They put him in the main event against a very seasoned and polished veteran in Sami Zayn. They finally ended that nonsense between those two. It's put to bed. Bron Breakker gets to move on to his next opponent. He will be WWE champion. Toot sweet. We already know this. None of us on this show has said that's not happening. We're not stupid. We know it's happening. We all know it's happening, and it's happening sooner than later. You got Triple H posting the future. He's telling you. Believe him. The one thing Triple H doesn't do, I'm saying he does not mix words, man. He's saying he's the future. What do you think he means by that? Because he's young?
Yeah.
No, he means because he's going to put the real gold on him sooner than later. If you don't think he's going to face Cena and beat Cena, you're wrong about that too. He's going to beat everybody you like. Probably going to beat Brock Lesnar. So I just want everyone to get prepared mentally for what WWE is going to do.
I just hope Roman Reigns retires before Bron Breakker.
Because Lord knows, I know that's the last thing I'm trying to see. That's the last thing I'm trying to see. Because guys, that dude ain't as big as y'all think he is.
Nobody wants to see that match. You will find out how minuscule Bron Breakker is compared to somebody actually 6'3". You know what I mean?
I'm just letting y'all know.
I'm not even going to play with his age. He did a nice job last night, although shows you a lot of faith when they put 2 commercial breaks in your match. Just saying. Come on, guys. Come on, it's the main event.
So
20 minutes. 2 commercials.
Poor Carmelo Hayes. Hopefully, Chef's right about the recipe that he's whipped up. He whipped it up with some Spam. This is Scrapple, but Scrapple is quite delicious. My wife loves
delicious.
Scrapple. My wife loves Scrapple.
Chef did a great job with that recipe.
Yeah, that's never been cooked in this house, but I understand.
You know what I'm trying to say? And I say it's Scrapple because of how they treating the boy, not because he's Scrapple. Because Chef had to take ingredients that's been pushed to the side and smash it together and make a plate with it.
It's just a shame that we've been saying this about Montez Ford for 3 years and they still haven't put a championship.
You ain't
on
never
him.
In the world.
That recipe should be for Montez Ford.
There is not a producer, a writer, a CEO, a person on the board of World Wrestling Entertainment that can tell me that man is not a WWE champion. There is zero. Handsome, can wrestle, former soldier, can talk, can dress, can move. Don't shoot. Oh, Lord Jesus.
Novel thought.
Don't get me started on Montez Ford.
The United States Championship on a former Marine.
What a novel idea.
Wow.
I'm just saying, like, so don't tell me you don't put the rocket ship on people you don't want to put. You put the rocket ship on people you want to put the rocket ship on. You can talk about merch sales all you want, and everyone's talking about, but the merch. I go, I'm not an idiot. Why do you think CM Punk's on TV? He's leading second in merch. He was first until Roro came back. Cody was up there. I'm not stupid. Merch is moving. And what we tell you? Merch moving, main event, and getting over. That's your job. But don't tell me that Montez wasn't moving merch. Montez Ford would move merch if you presented him in the light. Carmelo
weren't
Hayes.
they selling red Solo cups because they were moving?
Yes.
Come on. I'm preaching to the choir right now. I don't want to start talking about stuff that ain't gonna happen. But shout out
him and Dawkins are attached at the hip for perpetuity. You put them in some stupid fucking group called the Pride, and then you're gonna let the main individual walk on his contract because you don't even want to put him over Karrion Kross, somebody who has two fucking managers who don't even talk. Shout out Chef for pointing that out. Come on, y'all. Get it together. Not put them together. We do that on this show. Y'all do it apparently with every other person. Get that shit together. Come on, y'all.
Listen. There's a common denominator, but I don't like talking about the common denominator. Prove me wrong. Because for some reason, the blackest show on television is NXT, apparently. Hey
man, don't let Shawn Michaels get up to the main roster.
I ain't never seen more black people in my life until I go to my family reunion. You know, when I'm watching NXT. Lord, Jesus.
All of them.
Woo, that's the blackest show.
St. Louis.
That just need to call that show black. That's what they need to call it.
Hey, that NXT is UPN.
Right after NXT, they're gonna show Moesha. That's what they're gonna show.
All of us.
The Parkers,
Monique,
sister. Was we?
My wife and kids. You know,
smart guy.
I give you the whole rundown.
the Jamie Foxx show.
That's NXT.
Wayne's brothers.
Yep.
So I guess I'm gonna be okay and be pacified because a lot of brothers and sisters getting their weight up. Shout out to Oba. He should be a champ one day. He's a bad boy.
I don't know. Depends on who's writing that show. I don't know.
Anybody can get Omast.
This is Triple H's worst indictment. Look at how Vince booked Bianca Belair, and now look at Bianca Belair. How do you ruin that? I don't understand how you messed that up. Come on now.
I'm gonna throw my hands up like I am surrendering. I don't want any officers to open fire on me. My hands are up. I am saying I don't know.
We don't know.
Listen, the common denominator, and if I finish the old school player song from Andre 3000, You'll know exactly old school players, the new school fool. Cats keep them jumping like kangaroos. Listen, if I bring on that track with Raekwon the chef, with the other chef.
The other chef.
Listen. Carmelo Hayes, I'm pulling for you, my brother. You always have a kind word. Anytime you see me and my wife, you are a very lovely man. I can't tell you how classy that gentleman is. He is class personified. So I'm always going to pull for you, my brother, because you are just class. You're a super hyper talented individual. They were gassing you up. They were doing this whole thing about Melo don't miss. And then all of a sudden,
and get to the main roster, and then
they were saying he was the next Shawn Michaels.
Hey, we just say there's a common denominator. Don't listen to what we have to say. Why don't you go tune in to Bobby Lashley and see what he had to say about how he was booked then and how he's booked now, and then you can garner some type of opinion on maybe they just don't get it.
I'm a humble man on a podcast. Just
That's
patiently waiting. I'm patiently waiting for the chef's recipe to become a reality.
Usually
I'm patiently waiting. Listen. Well, that told you that one would be special. It would be because it's a great sidebar. Melo actually is a really good heel actually. So that means babyface LA Knight can get that work. It'd be good. It'd be a good rivalry for LA Knight to go against them on the microphone. He would learn because Melo is a young man. He would learn from LA Knight, the veteran. All of it plays. Older guy, younger guy, more experience on the mic, younger on the mic, heel, face, good worker. It all plays. There's guys. What's up?
Sometimes the best recipes,
ain't no excuse.
Sometimes the best recipes don't take a lot of thought.
And most don't. Like this one it's right
Take
there.
that which you will, whether it's real life, in the kitchen, on fake wrestling television. The best recipes are right there, and you all the ingredients are right in front of you. But what are you doing with those ingredients?
Oh, shout out to Dominic Mysterio on I don't watch Impulsive. I don't waste time on that, but people send me clips. Shout out to Dominic Mysterio referencing Japan to Logan Paul and just not letting go. Dominic Mysterio, if y'all ain't see him on Impulsive, he was flame throwing. I was like, I need way more of that on TV. Way more than that.
Oh yeah. He was like, so are you allowed in Japan?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. He was no, because what he said first, he was like, yo, it was lovely. It was beautiful. It was so many things I experienced. Proper heel work, just taught by one of the best in the game, named Mysterio Jr. Listen, damn it, we gonna revisit this. We gonna talk next week because we got chef, we got AEW to talk about. Yeah. We got AEW to talk about. Yes, sir.
Hell, to Chef's point earlier, even Mercedes caught a skit earlier at the opera. She didn't get a full night, but she got a skit. She got an evening. How about
one night only?
Show is over, man. Y'all take your ass to sleep. Yo, hope your damn son's asleep too. Go hijacking this damn podcast. Oh, deep voice.
I just saw his deep voice ass 20 minutes ago. He came back out of his room.
Yo, man, take your narrow ass to sleep. Ain't his school coming up like next week?
Bruh, next Monday.
Man, go on there.
Lucky I'm on this show. hey, y'all. You know, we love
y'all. I'm gonna keep it a buck. Well, I'm gonna keep it a buck. You better tread softly. Hey, he sound like he can beat the brakes on your ass for real. You better be easy, man. Easy does it, bro.
You woke me up, Dad.
I was like, whoa. Huh? I was like, well, you can find that.
And you're gonna have to take him outside and play the five like it's like Denzel and Ray Allen.
Yeah, for real. I was like, ooh.
I'm trying to tell you. Hey, he trying to go hoop this weekend. We going to hoop. Hey,
yo, man, cook his ass, man.
Every time his little homies thought they had smoke.
That's the best. That's the best.
Hey, Steven watched this show. Steven got that work.
Yo, Steven got that work. Yo, we done. Yo, appreciate y'all for joining in the conversation as per usual. Next week we gotta do that. We gotta do that Pokemon thing. So for real, I'll let y'all know the rules and regs. But right. We gotta do that Pokemon. 5 Pokemon. We gonna do a battle.
Are we talking the regular version or when they evolve? Or it don't matter?
You gotta get. That's the thing though. You gotta. That's the rule. You get one evolved, so one in their final form. That means all their catalog, all their body work. We're gonna go wrestlers first. All their catalog, all their body of work. But then you have to do 4, and then I'll give you the criteria for the 4.
So then what do you do with an Eevee? Because Eevee evolves into a fire, a water. Like you can't. What do you do with an Eevee who can be Vaporeon or Flameon or like I don't.
Eevee could be Cody Rhodes.
Well, I guess you're gonna find out when I give you the rules, Daddy. Yeah, but
Stardust.
Start thinking about
American
it. Exactly. Or Undertaker. Exactly. Listen, Ministry of Darkness, American Badass. You know what I mean? Y'all take it easy, man. I appreciate y'all for joining us.
Absolutely.
Lord have mercy.
Hey, next gen or no next gen?
I guess we'll find out.
Pokemon.
I guess we'll find out.
Okay.
He's like, you're mulling up. You can't be showing away. I'll get the rules and regs coming soon. I'll take it easy, man. Appreciate y'all.
Peace.
Whew.